Brothers and sisters, we are back with another father-son discussion. And of course, we got Lord Lamont in the building.
Hey, everybody.
And we must say, it's been a heck of a last couple weeks. So, as I said on a recent podcast, everything ain't always sunshine with us either. But we still here. We're right here, right now. That's all that matters.
God bless you.
Yeah, it's challenges, realities of life, and thank those for coming in, current subscriber, new subscriber.
Appreciate you.
Anybody that view, sorry about the outburst of the music. That's classical music, by the way. Anybody that view, we thank you. Me and Lord Lamont, we thank you. We are right there with anyone that might be going through any challenges. But before we get to the comedy, hip hop, and the shift, Lord Lamont got some good news. You want to go ahead and tell them the good news?
Yeah, I found some employment, a job.
Yeah.
Boys, working man again.
And tell them where you're working at.
Good old George Webb's GW.
That's where I'm at.
G-Dub.
Yep. He's at you at Greenfield, right?
Yeah, I'll be on the 72nd.
Yep. He on
spot.
72nd Greenfield. I ain't never been to that one. So.
Me neither.
And we all have our little theories about the job. We know, but when you within this system, you gotta do things they got us where we have to work more or less. So. And that's it. We look at it as a stepping stone, though, because we got to have some kind of income, So I think it'd be good for them. But I look at work as productivity, something to keep us moving, And you meet people. You'd be surprised, That's a good thing too, meeting people. Like I say, I like solitude and being by myself, but I do know the importance of being with people, connecting with family when we can, That's the area I have to work on, So. But I do know the importance of it. I am aware of stuff like that. But yeah, I just wanted to let him give that good news. And we're going to start with comedy first, like we did on another father-son discussion. I think it was comedy, R&B in the future. And we kind of talk in segments. So we're going to try to do that on this one. And we're going to start out with comedy. And I guess I'll let Lord Lamont go first. And then I'll name some names and he'll name some names. And y'all know how we do it. Speaking is like a journey, you never know what'll come up. So I let Lord Lamont kick it off. Who's the first comedian on your mind? Because we love comedy, for one.
I want to talk about comedy in 2025 and where it's kind of heading and what it's looking like, in the forecast as far as like new things and things we haven't been seeing so much of or that we're seeing a lot more. Like we're seeing a lot more diversity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
in comedy?
Yeah, especially in comedy, with a lot more like people from different walks in life, like we're seeing like you've got gangster comedians.
Right.
You've got redneck comedians, you've got upstate New York comedians.
Right.
We've got Asian comedians.
Yeah.
Muslim, pretty much everything now. There's deaf comedians. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's the platform is broadened to enough of a space of people that
right.
A lot of people are getting,
and you know what?
A chance to speak a lot of different
parts
of humanity.
What's that one? The handicapped guy that's a comedian. He's real funny. One of his arms messed up. He is so funny. Remember his arm? I can't describe how his arm is, but it's real. When he does the joke, it's so funny. He said one time he tried to hail a cab.
Oh yeah, Josh Blue.
Yeah, he said he tried to hail a cab and caught a pigeon.
Yeah, that dude is hilarious.
Man, he almost made somebody in the audience throw up.
Yeah,
he had to stop for a minute to let dude finish laughing. He said, "Sorry, sir, I ain't not trying to hurt nobody." You know how he talk, right?
Yeah.
Man, that was the funniest. Man, I used to laugh so hard. He said, "Yeah, I tried to hail a cab and caught a pigeon." Oh my God. Yeah. He said, "I got in the car, was still in the cab with me." It's like,
this is hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious. What else? You want to finish what you were saying? Your thought you had? What was the thought you had?
Yeah, just comedy on the rise. Netflix.
Yeah.
Released 40 stand-up specials this year.
Okay.
Hulu launched a stand-up brand called Hilarious. And that's where Bill Burr's at now.
Oh, okay.
That's who hired Bill Burr.
Yeah, salute to Bill Burr.
Got a new stand-up coming, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Bill Burr is the 2025 George Carlin. maybe 10 times over, because he's very real.
It
Yeah.
looks like some big investors
Mm,
and the president of Disney's television group, Craig Erwich, he's
mm.
expressed an intention to make Hulu a best-in-class destination for comedic talent, which is something they've never before invested in.
Mm.
And now it's like the perfect time. Gabriel Iglesias has a new
Oh,
Netflix special
funny you
coming
bring
this
him up.
month.
He's on my list.
Yo, he's hilarious.
Number
He's got a
one.
new special this month.
Wow. I've always liked Gabriel Iglesias. That I could tell. You, my son. We
Right.
like the same
Uh-huh.
comedians.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, shoot. That was damn. He's on my list. Ain't that something? I got Gabriel
Perfect
Iglesias,
segue.
who you just mentioned. Key and Peele.
Awesome, awesome.
They crazy, weird, funny.
Yeah. They picked it up though after like Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, right?
He got it running, and
Yep.
they really took it home.
I mean, you had a deep discussion about that, the Dave Chappelle show.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been seeing that on YouTube here and there. You like dry bar comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ran across a brother named Bone Hampton, and he talked about dog versus gun, and he's talking about he hate walking down the street with people with pit bulls, talking about they don't bite. He said, "What if I walk down the street with a gun?" Said my gun don't bite. It's funny though. That's one brother. I put George Carlin on there. Rest in peace. I like George Carlin. Jim Carrey. We spoke on him before. Jeff Allen, which is another dry bar comedy dude. He talks about his grandkids. He said the kids don't play today like they did back in the day. He said today's kids don't know the full experience of sliding down a slide.
Right.
So he said these slides they make now, it's like they grip all the way down. They don't slide like they used to. So he said he was at a fun park, and he said I wanted my granddaughter to get the full experience. So he said he know it was wrong, but he thought about kicking her down the slide. But he said it was like 6, 7 iPhones on his back. Go ahead, old man. Oh, he dare ya. He funny though. He talks about his wife, stuff like that. And I put Jamie Kennedy, and I know you think he funny. Jamie Kennedy, you know who that is?
Yeah. I love
Crazy ass Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah. What was that show he had where he played jokes on people?
Oh,
Remember he had a skit where he act like he was a black guy.
Yeah. I want to say it was the Jamie Kennedy Experiment.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
He was funny. He's funny. He's one of them. A lot of black people like Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, no, he's hilarious.
He's like, you know how I know black people like me? When they see me in public, they always greet me with insults. He's like, Jamie Kennedy, you stupid, man. you retarded, man. He said black people always comment you with insults.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. Unique. He uses his little black voice, talk like a black dude. He said he tried to do that to scare a burglar away from his house. I'm gonna blast you, fool. Said he sound like Donkey from Shrek. Shrek, is that you? Let me see. I can't do it like him. I can't do that. He funny though. One of my favorite jokes by him, he said about the women how they breastfeed babies in public, and he said, "Can I get a little publicity?" She said, "Can I get some privacy?" He was like, "Can I get a little publicity?" He said, we men, we gonna look. He said, you sitting up there trying to get a cappuccino or something, get a coffee, boobies. Oh, I'm sorry, can I get a coffee with cream? Boobies. Yeah, he funny. We had to watch that sometime. Oh, Jamie Kennedy. That's probably about 10 years old. That special I'm talking about. Then we got the women of dry bar comedy, Nikki Carr. That's a sister. Talked about 57. She said how she lost weight was a stress diet. And she said people say, I gain weight when I'm stressed. When I get stressed, she said, you ain't doing it right. Yeah, then we got Jalen Bishop, which is another sister. And she said her husband is 6 foot and like, I don't know, 200 something pounds. He said, but his Achilles heels is her little boy. Said he'll call on the road. He picking on me. I don't know how old the little boy is, so I thought that was funny. Let me see. Angel Gaines, and she's a teacher, and she said kids have the weirdest name. And this one girl she mentioned was Shandwella. That was the girl name, Shandwella.
Wow, that's a wild name.
And she said,
Sounds mystic.
and she said she don't know what to say about these new age kids. She said one kid was burning sage in the classroom. She said, "Could you put that sage out, please?" Yeah, I thought she was funny. I was just trying to go through find some females that was on Dry Bar Comedy, and that girl that was talking about being thick. She said how hard work it is. I found her is Takara Williams, and she come from the Comedy Factory. You know how you see those little reels?
Yeah.
Comedy Factory. I think that it had a little background. Say Comedy Factory in the back.
Yeah, the Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory. That's what it is. Yeah. So that's what I always see her on, those little reels. So that was my little run through of the comedians I like. Or we like. Some of them you might like. Well, if you watch them, I'm sure you'll like them. Especially that Jeff Allen dude. He funny. Yep.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. I don't know the one of his like very first stand-ups I always watch. He had on that rainbow shirt. It was like a shirt with different colors in it. Some crap. He was real skinny then. Salute to Jim Carrey, who keep it real.
A legend.
And he be letting it be known too. He expressed himself.
Yeah, he's one of those ones that doesn't go for that Hollywood mind. Because remember, he woke up like in like 2010.
It's like one day he just got fed up.
Yep, everybody thought he was going crazy.
Along with everything, and look at the ones we thought were cool, and they end up being the ones doing weird shit. I'm so sick of hearing about Jay-Z and P. Diddy. I'm sick of hearing that shit.
I know, right?
It's gonna do what it do. Then I got at Jonathan Bino or Binu. That's a brother that's a YouTuber. He's funny. He do different impressions and Michael Jackson, James Brown, just different shit.
Social media comedy is really taking off too.
Yeah, at Jonathan
Lots of people have like gotten their starts through social media and then gone on to get comedy specials.
Yeah. Well, that was comedy. I wanted to move on over to hip hop. I don't get no music in the background. I got PD Pablo on the top of the list. Then Tech 9. You said Worldwide Choppers.
Yeah.
And King Izo, which is dope. ISO. That's when I first read it, I was like, King Iso. Let me see something. And that's a deep brother. Real talk. I'm pretty sure a lot of people heard him, and I do think he's a product. Tech 9. And let's see, where am I at? Yeah, that was the 3 on that list. And we talked about the others. You know, Twista, Royce da 5'9", Ludacris, Eminem, Hopsin, B.O.B., Kendrick, Kanye West, KRS-One, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Chuck D, Mystical, J. Cole, and DMX. Rest in peace and in power. These are some names that we named before. I wanted to read a little something. Okay. Brother King Iso is 35 years old. Terrell Gouledge started his music career under the alias Really T. I think it's the REALI-T, but is now better known by his stage name. King Izzo is an American rapper from Omaha. Yeah, he's dope. He dope. His videos, one of them videos, he keep you tuned in. But that was some of my artists. And what are they saying? You know, King Von. I did not know. I was telling my son I did not know King Von. You know, I don't know much about it, so that's why I don't speak on things I don't know that much about. Apparently, was he a hitman? Am I saying that right?
I mean, you know, he was really active in the street.
But he deleted people?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good.
But apparently, so the people that he did that to, though, like, they started it as in, like, they used to bully him, they jumped him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and then they kept, you know, messing with him, and he got revenge.
Damn.
Yeah, rest in peace, King Von. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. His family just released his second posthumous release, Balloonerism, which he hadn't finished. It's got a bunch of unfinished songs. Busta Rhymes dropped a new album. Logic, OMB Peasy, J Skis.
People still dropping albums, huh?
Yeah. Yep. We got SZA and Delusional Thomas on the Mac Miller.
But what about the quality of the music? What are they rapping about?
Well, I'm sure the Mac Miller album is probably amazing.
That's what I want to know. I want to know what they rapping about.
Right. Well, Busta Rhymes is called Dragon Season: The Awakening.
Well, we know what he on. He been dealing with a little bit of adversity too. They been coming at Buster too.
Yeah. He's one of the godfathers of rap.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say salute to all underground brothers and sisters. That's not in the real so-called mainstream quotation marks. So I just want to salute that male, female, brother, sister, artists that don't get known or heard. So because we gotta support them too, and etc. Those with divine gifts as unsung heroes. And I want to give a special salute to Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, LL Cool J, who has LL Cool J put his mark in hip hop. Like he said, he was one of the ones that started Def Jam, and he been around for a minute. So I had to put LL Cool J, and he had meaningful music. He made what was it? I Need Love. Was it?
Yeah.
That songs like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He kind of did different things than some artists, so I had to kind of give him a little salute. And of course, I love that song him and them did, Murdergram.
Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah, see, Dougie Fresh did some wonderful things. Slick Rick, that's another one that used to tell stories and speak to the children, to the kids, to the youth. Teenage love, children's story. What's another one? Young World. So salute to Slick Rick,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, of course KRS-One. Yep, Rakim. Yeah, he had meaningful music. I even put Fresh Prince on there. Parents just don't understand. He made a lot of songs that we could relate to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with him now, what's in the media. I'm just speaking on, then, back in the day.
Damn.
Yeah, MC Light, I put her on there. Queen Latifah for the meaningful music they brought. Queen Latifah was UNITY. And we already know MC Light. She was always on some real stuff,
Yeah.
And that's back when a lot of artists had respect. A lot of brothers didn't call women by the B word. That was MC Light's thing in the interview I heard her talk about. Yeah, and she was talking about how things are just flipped and flambled and totally different now. Yeah, it's like even dope dealers respected you back then. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. Men just had a certain respect. I'm talking about within the hood. We just had a certain code. You know what I mean? Just certain things we didn't do, We did our thing. We hustled. But we had respect for our women, especially sisters. So somewhere along the line, brothers lost respect for women and themselves, to be honest. And it ain't just, it's just some of these young sisters too. These young females, they losing respect for themselves too. That's why the brothers and the men ain't respecting them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's tied in, that's going to segue into the shift. Because that's what we going into. Like, I hate to keep reiterating Cat Williams, but we all can feel it. It ain't just him. A lot of people feel a shift. Even the people in denial and doing dumb shit and wrong intent, they feel it too. They just in denial. That's for me too. That's the worst thing one can be in, is in denial. So that's gonna segue right on into the shift. But I did want to play another song from L'Oreal Lyrical. I haven't played in a while. And I guess, is there anything else you want to say about hip hop or any more comedians? Because before we switch over,
yeah.
speaking on the shift,
Jim Jones and Cameron are beefing.
I know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Method Man accused of assaulting his daughter's
Oh my!
Busta Rhymes turned himself into the police over alleged fight.
Did he?
With his assistant.
Wait a minute, hold on, cause you read back up to Did you say Method Man or Red Man?
Method Man.
Okay, back up. What was it again?
Accused of assaulting his daughter's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, okay, ex-boyfriend. I had to make sure I heard that right. Accused of.
He punched him in the face 7 times.
His daughter's mother's ex-boyfriend. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
A decade ago, they had a relationship. His daughter Cheyenne and the guy, and it ended not well.
So he punched the baby mama's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to. Well. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I always like to pull that quote from Eddie Murphy. Every now and then, you gotta whoop somebody's ass to let them know where you stand. But let's hope it don't get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people try to pull your triggers. Gotta be bigger than them. Self-control, controlling one's emotions, not easy, but it gets better results.
Right.
Yep. You have to give yourself time to think. You can't get caught in the heat of the moment. You have to calm yourself down and then come back. So even if you feel like you're in the right, still especially in these times. People carry guns, knives. You know, it's, even if you whoop a dude's ass, you come back shooting. You know what I mean? So you just have to be smart, pick your battles, cause we want to live, right? Ain't that the whole point of being on this journey? We want to live.
To live well, yeah.
Yeah.
And not just to be here, but to
Yeah.
really live life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And experience.
So I hope that work out for Method Man. Hope everything be all right. You know, we ain't in this life. We don't know. So he might have good reason.
Right. Busta Rhymes too.
Yeah. Cause it look like Method Man don't take no crap. He kind of look like he one of them brothers that really don't take no crap.
Right.
But he cool too at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, salute to any artist, male or female, brother or sister that's going through it. I swear it's a lot of them going through it. Those who ain't here, rest in peace. We in the city, y'all. You might heard that. We in the city. I swear, it's like people know we speaking.
Right.
All right. Hit the sirens. All right, hit your engine. Lord have mercy. That's outside, y'all. If y'all hear that, we got the door open. It's warm today. We in the Milltown. It's a little warm today, so I got the door open.
Yeah, big 414.
Yep. All right. Well, we gonna segue into the shift. I even got a little definition, and Lord Lamont and we gonna speak on some ways, you know, things, some plans he got and I got that, you know, we gonna do what we got to do to stay focused in this life. And I'm gonna play a song from L'Oreal Lyrical, and we'll be back. Let's see, I can't turn it on just yet. And we'll be back. Let's see, I'm gonna have to put this. I'm gonna give old Lord Lamont a break. He always catch him right when he coming in, so this will kind of give him a little break. And I'm serious. So when we come back, I really wanna go dive in deep on this the shift, because all of us feel it. All right, and we'll be back.
Attention, attention, it's your girl L'Oreal. Shari, J. Mitch, Tobin, Travis, Burlock, 6, what up? Eastside, what up? Bringing you flow, so lyrical, music, Milwaukee music, all day, every day, turn it up. Bring it back, to the DJ, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, to the DJ, bring it back. Yeah, it's your girl L'Oreal, Black Lab exclusive, I do this. Fluid in the music, I prove it. Through every time you hear me on the beat. Your girl get on the beat and pop it for me like I'm P.I.M.P. No homo, bro, gotta get my dough. Johnny to me on my phone, Lola. We gotta show I'm not the dope, it's no ground. Cause I'm out here on my grind. In VIP, making money. At the same damn time, if you want a piece of this new chick L'Oreal. Cause I'm always on the track, I'm on natural. You be a queen with the dream and I forget the party pop. Cause haters can't hate if they too busy body rocking. Hey, I done did it again. The flow is magnetic, pulling you in. I'm on team, yes, I'm cocky, kinda chunky, not a Barbie. Then I stay up on the track like Jay and lay up on your back. Hey. Yeah, I made the beat go to the queen with a dream and I'ma get the party poppin'. Cause haters can't hate if they too busy body rocking. I did it again. The flow is magnetic, pulling you in. I'm on team, yes, I'm cocky, kinda chunky, not a Barbie. Then I stay up on your track like Jay and lay up on your back. Hey.
The haters can't take it. They too busy body dropping. All right, that's my sister, my sister, my cuz, L'Oreal Lyrical, man. She rest in peace and in power. You hear me play her a lot, as I said on this channel. I'm always gonna keep her spirit alive. Yeah, L'Oreal Lyrical. She rest in peace and in power, as well as others in one's family. Yep.
Rest in peace, rest in peace.
Yep, as well as others in our family that have transitioned. Friends of the family too. Yep.
And everybody's falling, of course.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me see. Got to get the mode back up here, and we are back. And there will be more music to come too. I keep saying that, but we'll get there. Just trying to life challenges, man. Life get in the way sometimes, but we gonna get there. Yep. Cause now Lord Lamont will be able to be stable. He can. That's one less thing on his mind. He can, he'll have some income. And man, to the next challenge, right?
Yep.
Remember
Building.
What number I always tell you? I always see.
It's 444. Bam, 444. Right as we get to paradigm shifts, right into the metaphysics.
I told you.
Cracking next.
We literally, my son and I spoke on this. I gotta find that podcast where we spoke on numbers and numerology. My son and I, we speak on numerology a lot, and I always tell him. Well, I'm sure he's probably see numbers too. I always tell him I see 444, and we literally just saw 444. Yep, put it down in the record books. Father and son discussion. I know, right? I know. I keep telling him that we're gonna go get some stuff. I get around to it. I know he's like, Pops, when we gonna go down here and get some new stuff? We gonna go get it. We gotta upgrade. Yeah, we do.
Especially once I get some cheddar saved up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build a new music studio.
Yeah.
And get a soundboard and stuff for the podcast, and so we
right.
can do other stuff too. GoPro.
Yeah. Like I say, we go through challenges too, so things ain't always peachy keen. But one thing I've always been is an optimistic brother. I always have the ability to. I don't know how I'm able to do it. I'm just able to. God just gives some of us that gift. We can take a negative. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you see the bigger picture, it kind of, you're like, okay, right. you got to look at the overall picture.
Exactly, and
yeah.
I remember you telling me something about, like, well, you might feel sad or depressed, but you still got to put that to the side. You still got to go forward.
Yeah. I mean, you can think about it, meditate, but make sure it's a solution in there. You can't stay in it because like I said, life, don't give a damn. But the shift, and we all feel it. And before I read the definition, I'm gonna see how close you might be onto it. It's a definition I looked up, but I also kind of added to it. What's your definition of the shift? What do you think the shift mean to you?
To me, it makes me think of like a shift in consciousness.
Yeah.
So like a paradigm shift.
Yeah.
And a paradigm shift is a fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions.
Okay.
Like, let's see what else I can find about this.
Keep looking. I did want to speak on the 3 candles on my banner here. I meant to speak on that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I want you to finish that though. I hate when I be meaning to say something and I forget it. But before we continue, the 3 candles on the banner here represents protection of mind, body, and soul. And see, hearing, and feeling. And I think it was the see, hearing, and feeling. Listening, touching, and smelling. That's what the 3 represent. So that's why if you see me, I said this before. I've told people this before, and I've showed this banner before. So if you see the 3 candles, that's what it represents. So I just wanted to explain that. All right, you can finish your definition. I think you had.
So a paradigm shift is often a major change in how people think and get things done.
Mm-hmm.
And it upends and replaces the prior program or paradigm.
Okay.
And it usually results after the accumulation of a set amount of anomalies and evidence that challenges the status quo. And due to some revolutionary innovation or discovery, like the industrial age, right? Okay. That was like a paradigm shift.
Okay.
Industrial that brought along manufacturing and, it sped up business, travel. We were able to build the railroad. We were able to build cars. We were able to work with metal.
And everything begins with a thought.
Yes. There's often resistance to each new paradigm from incumbents or people like who don't want to change.
You know what I see as far as the shift, before I get to the little definition I had? It's like this, part of the shift, because it actually can tie into a lot of things. As well as myself, and maybe you sometimes, but I think me and you, I think we deal with it. But when I walk out and I see people, whether at the store, gas station, or at work, I can see people that's dealing with shit on the inside that try to cover it up.
Yeah.
that's kind of what the shift
it's
is
on
to
their
me
body.
too.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
being more aware of that
it's
kind of stuff. Your observational awareness is increased,
yeah,
and
yeah,
your perception and understanding and of sociology and of the psychology of the body and
yeah,
how
yeah.
how people are moving and walking and why they're moving the way they are. There's usually like tells
Right.
and things, and people let off certain energies and vibrations, and you
Yeah,
can feel it.
yeah. I know, cause that situation I was telling you about, I had at work with you already know what, with the
Hmm.
female, whatever. I swear that kicked me in the butt right there. That kicked me into stardom awareness. that like upgraded me. So
Yeah,
okay, I'm really aware now, and I've been cool. Man, it's like the thought don't even cross my mind on it. It's like God just wiped it away, just
yeah.
wiped it clean, like start all over. So
You're like Neo dodging bullets.
you know what? That's funny you bring that up. I used that as an example in the podcast this morning. I did a book session, The Contender. Yeah, I was feeling that I had to do it. I was like, man, I want to do this with Lamont, but I had to do it. I was feeling it, and I used that as an example of the ultimate piece is I always tell everybody refer to the movie Matrix, and when Morpheus was taking him through those programs and teaching him, when it shows that scene when Neil's I said this to you before though, when Neil's standing still and everything moving around him real fast and he's just
Yeah.
not moving, that's what I always tell people. That's
Right.
my example of having. But I'll say ultimate peace because you can just say peace, but I mean when you really have peace and able to stand in the middle of chaos, which ain't hard to do, but
Right.
when you can, man, then that's what empowers you and makes you want to keep on. Then you won't let nothing enter your. When you get peace like that, you won't let nothing break it.
Right. Everything
Yeah,
just builds you at that point because you
yeah,
learn how to like transfigure any obstacle or thing or circumstance into your favor.
right, right. And some advice I give
It's
you,
like tucking and rolling.
right? Some advice I give you when you get your place, don't tell a lot of people where you live.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
rule I tell all young people, especially girls, but to the dudes too. I mean, I wouldn't tell everybody if you want a peaceful house, don't tell everybody where you live.
I've been in
I ain't talking about
situations.
family. Now family that's different,
Right.
but I'm talking about
Right.
it's just people you don't know. I wouldn't I wouldn't tell it.
No, most definitely
Even
not.
somebody you consider your close friend, I still wouldn't tell them either.
No, because I've had people come over to my house and not leave.
Exactly. And then they know you cool and they think you kind and they try to take that for weakness and weave their way in. Nah.
Exactly. Fuck
Casing
that.
your house, all kind of stuff. Learning your habits. So that's my advice to young brothers and sisters that's getting a new place. Especially females though, if they're living by themselves. Cause my goddaughter, I should say your god sister, Harmony, she got her own place.
Yeah.
But she's tough. She tough. She done been through it. She know how to handle herself. But I used to tell her, don't tell everybody where you live. Don't tell all your business. Yeah, if you want a peaceful home, because your home is your sanctuary. That's where no drama should be. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you
Yeah.
can't get peace at your home, you ain't gonna get it nowhere.
Right.
Yeah, and I used to tell Nika and the kids, you should never be afraid in your own home. That's your safe haven. You should always be able to be safe at your home. So, because that's when you got the right to kill a mother hubber. They
Right.
break in your house.
Right.
So, I'm trying not to say that MF word. Remember we spoke on
neither,
that?
yeah.
I'm still. I said it in a song. I said MF though. I said, dang it, I'm supposed to stop saying that word. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop saying that. Yeah, but this is all part of the shift what we're talking about, and we all feel it, and everybody have their own definitions, but it all means the same thing. It's just different ways. Like I always say, people who are awakened or enlightened, whether brother or sister, we all part of the same tree. Whether it's family, child, you might have some people that's got a heightened awareness. You might have people that's not that aware. A lot of shit out here to distract you. Social media is very, very powerful. I can't say that enough. It's powerful. Yeah. But I want to read the little definition I had about what I thought was a shift. Remember, we take different perspectives. There's no one definition. There's many definitions. But, of course, we're talking about leading something in the right direction. There's something that's different than the everyday norm. All right. A slight change in position, direction, or tendency. Intent is very, very important because what we harbor deep inside, positive or negative, eventually It'll come out sooner or later. All right. Can't hide what's inside. Like a podcast my son and I did with Brother Snoop standing behind Tupac at the awards. All right, but just use that picture as an example. We're not necessarily was beating on the picture speaks for itself. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. All right. We are in the age of truth, justice, and exposure and lessons. If we are paying attention. Now, some of us are getting positive lessons. Some of us are getting negative lessons. And I always say, if you want examples of what not to do, just use some of these celebs as your examples. That's all you need to know. But I don't know. And there's things that we, like you and I talk about, we've heard other people talk about. You know, they've been talking about this kind of shit for years. Like since way back, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. So it ain't like people don't know. You know, it's just people get stuck. But again, we can't blame the mass because of the conditioning that the mass have been under, you know. But it's too much information out there. It's a lot of things aren't even theories anymore. Stuff turning into facts.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're seeking to learn and you want to know something, you'll learn it. Like how long did it take you to learn to do guitar?
I would say a good 4 or 5 years.
It took that long for you to learn it?
I mean, to really get good at it, yeah.
But you was dedicated and you wanted to learn it.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's about life too, learning knowledge and stuff that not keep us, you know, stay away from things that distract us and not see what's going on in this world. Because I say it's more things going on than LA and California. It's other cities that's getting floods, tornadoes, hurricanes. You know what I'm saying? It's not just LA. Yeah, and then what is a threat of a third world war? Am I correct? Did I see that somewhere?
Yeah,
you know, that's a threat.
If it is, it's gonna be destroy the world.
I mean, we hear this stuff all the time, so I don't want to be one of them people. We always hear, but you know, I want to be caught off guard. I want to be ready. You know, that's why I say that's something I always draw from Tupac. You know, don't waste time. You know, do what we got to do while we here. Only live one life. You don't get no do-over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm gonna honor a quote from Lance Scurv. How we live our life and how we treat people and how we are as an individual deep within will determine how our transitioning is when we leave this planet.
Yeah.
Okay, now I hate to use P. Diddy as an example, but anybody like him, just think how they're gonna transition when they pass. That's like coming, man. Can you imagine?
You know what it makes me think of? It makes me think of O.J. Simpson.
Is he still alive?
I think he might have passed away. I don't know.
What was you was gonna say? What remind you?
How his career, right? He was loved, revered.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody loved the shit out of him.
Right.
Yeah. I think he died though. Yeah, he died. April 10th, 2024.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yep.
Well, his life wasn't as bad. Well, nah, I guess
it was just towards the end. You know, he went on that police chase, the murder.
Yeah.
It was all sullied.
It was like a lot of stupid stuff started happening after that case. It's just weird things.
Yeah, I know. He broke into it to steal his memorabilia and did like prison time for it.
Well, where do you think hip hop's going in this here shift?
Internet rap is everything now.
Internet rap?
The internet is everything now. VR, there's gonna be VR concerts. Fortnite has concerts, you know, like they already are, like you can Juice World, rest in peace. He's now
and VR is
you could buy.
And VR is what? Virtual, what is that?
Reality.
Virtual reality?
AI is gonna make rap. AI's already made some rap.
I know. I be seeing the ads. Try our new AI. I be seeing the ads. But then there's a lot of people out here that, are you tired of seeing the ads? Go on this app and you can block them. Some people getting tired of them. I see a lot of them ads too that tell you to block ads. You got ads telling you how to block ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all I know, I'm gonna stay locked in and do what I've been doing and try to see my family much as I can, see you much as I can, and go with this shift. And no matter what I'm dealing with or what you're dealing with, I'm gonna stay doing good. And I don't want to miss that boat. I want to transition as easy as possible.
Right?
Yeah. So even Muhammad Ali, I bet he had an easy transition. Even though he had, what he had before he passed? He had some kind of, where he couldn't talk. Remember, he couldn't talk.
Yeah.
But I still think he had an easy transition. I don't think he transitioned too hard. But I tell you what.
Rest in peace. He was a great guy.
Yeah. And it's a reality. I wanted to kind of bring up Richard Pryor, but he's another one of those. But he's another one of those hard pills, though. Richard Pryor lived a very reckless life. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, he was one of those people who pioneered like the whole coke and strippers thing.
And he partied and did drugs and and Cat Williams spoke on that.
He was living frivolous.
Yeah.
Very frivolous.
So then Cat Williams spoke on that. That part of his life. And that's what I like about Cat. He's not afraid to speak on the truth because everybody love Richard Pryor, but like me and you said about Tupac, you gotta pull them hard pills out of there too. Yeah, can't just because he did. I was sitting back, I was thinking about that. He lived a really reckless life.
Yeah.
It was funny, no doubt.
It's no wonder he died. It wasn't,
He might have lived longer
if he didn't do all of that. Yeah.
Freebase and all, it caught up with him.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't really like.
He didn't live a healthy life.
Exactly.
Yeah. Even though, like me and you said, even if you live healthy, you still could leave. But all those things he didn't help. Right. So, but I'm glad he was able to be here and do some of it because he used to speak out against the industry too. Yeah. He used to speak some truth sometimes.
So he was like on that like George Carlin.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna take that away from him, But I just wish he could have. And a lot of it wasn't him. Again, the influences of the industry is powerful. Yeah. Hollywood, as we all know, Hollywood can be very, very powerful. So part of it was him, and part of it was that too. Because that's all he was around. Yeah. Let me see. Who he say he was his best friend? Jim Brown. I think Jim Brown was the only one that was in his corner and would like get him to go to rehab and try to get him to get better and stuff. Because he speaks on that in a lot of his stand-ups. I don't know how
everybody else was just trying to spend his money.
Pretty much. Yeah, partying with him. Some of his best friends, like Mike Epps said, some of his best friends were drug addicts. But the minute he stopped doing drugs, he lost all. They hated him then. They didn't like him no more.
Right.
But they was there with him when he was doing the drugs. Yeah, man. Yeah. I like the clip Mike Epps said he had survivor's remorse. He's like he felt sad because he left everybody else behind. Yeah, Mike Epps be saying some dope shit, man. He be saying some cool shit. That's why I always bring his name up. Yeah, I can tell he's gotten a lot realer as he's kind of gotten a little up in age a little bit. Yeah. He's changing with the shift. Yep. Yeah, I heard a content creator said it was a female, a sister. She's like, man, ever since Cat Williams said something, it just seems like the floodgates open. Everybody getting exposed. You got P. Diddy, you got Daisy. I ain't gonna say too many names, but everybody. She was going off. I'm like, I like her. She's all full of energy. Yeah, but is that about right? Did Cat Williams? But it ain't just him. There's people way before him.
Yeah.
Shall we go back to Corey Feldman?
Yeah.
He been talking about this shit. People been, even P. Diddy himself was revealing what he was doing. Yeah. We just wasn't listening. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. This shit that we hear, it really ain't new. It's just that because social media is here and people can't hide really anymore. People can go back in time and bring up your dirt where before social media.
Slam you with it.
Right. So it's just things we already been knowing.
We're using it to our advantage.
You
know, as like a form of accountability.
Yeah.
Because the whole world's watching.
Yeah. So having social media, and especially for the people who use social media for the right things, it's a great shift for us. Mm-hmm. Like me and you, we trying to do better. Like you getting this gig, that's kind of not saying the job itself, but something different that you ain't had in a while. That's a different shift in your life. Yeah. Now you got something to work for. Now you got something, something different on your mind. Other than, let me go see what they doing downtown. Now it's like, Where you going? I'm going to work. What you about to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then your momentum will pick up. You'll be there. Just gotta get over that hump. Once you get over that hump, get used to working, you'll be good. And it becomes a routine, and it ain't nothing. Yeah. Once you get to that point, like, man, this ain't shit. We go get this money. Yep. And being able to ignore people, that's another thing. Ignoring people. You got to learn that. You got to learn. I call it the invisible wall. I put it up in a minute. Because I've learned that because I'm a chef. Well, not a chef, but short order cook. And I told you people stare at me when I'm cooking. So I turn that music up. And I get to dancing and moving around. I was like, okay, you want to stare? I'm going to get you something to look at. Some of them will go sit down. I act silly. Another thing I noticed, people always look for you to be in a bad mood. They always look for you to be angry. And like, but when you positive, say, hey, how you doing? They look all weird. Like, y'all act like I ain't supposed to be nice. They act like sometimes I do be frowning because I be tired or whatever because I got them heavy eyebrows. Can't help but look like I'm frowning. But they act like they like me being like that or something. People are weird, man. Tell me. Well, I mean, like you don't know. I'm sure you didn't work with people, but being a server in this restaurant in George Webb. But overall, I think it's pretty cool. And money can be made. You can make some money. Yeah, especially them tips. Yeah. And they like the tip. They generous. Yeah, they real generous. So I think you'll fit into the OG Webb family.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's Lord Lamont shift. Yep, that's why I put that on the end. You know, I wanted to make sure we spoke on what he got going on. Yep. And some things will be coming, and he won't have to listen to his dad nag no more. And you know, he won't have to hurt his dad pockets. No, I'm just playing. I don't mind giving him money because, as I told him, all we can do is save. We can't take that shit with us. So I don't really get hung up on that. I don't care about money. I've always had that mentality. Give a fuck about no money. Even if I fuss about it, I still don't care. I really don't. So I don't know.
I appreciate you, Pops. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It'll be good to have my own money for sure.
I don't know. It just make life easier when you don't give a damn about it. You know, you save it, do what you got to do with it, but I don't know. It just takes a burden off of you when you don't give a shit about it.
Exactly.
And it's like it damn near comes to you. You know. So man, I'm telling you, that's another thing too. You'll meet regulars. Man, they'll drop you some money in a card or something like that, but they get to know you and they like your service, or if you do, because you probably gonna end up serving and cooking or something. You probably gonna be knowing every damn thing in there. Yeah. A regular, they get to know you. You have your own personal regulars that'll only come when you there. Yep. After a while. Yep. Get tips and shit like that. Bonuses. Christmas. You know. I think they give gift cards. I think it's 50 now. They give now. Yeah. So, and the owner pretty cool. His name is what's the owner name? Dang, I can't remember the owner name. God dang it. But he pretty cool though. I see him every blue moon. Last time I saw him, he gave me $20. He said, "How you doing, Eric? Everything working out?" Like, yeah. Put up $20 in my hand. Yeah. So Phil, that's his name, Phil. So you probably won't see him much. He mostly be at my store. So I don't know. And he usually come in the morning. I don't know if he visit the other stores or not. I'm not sure. But you will know him when you see him. Pretty cool white guy. He ain't never done nothing to me, you know. So, yep. So welcome to the G Webb.
Yeah. To
the G Webb shift. So that's our shift. Yep, another level. And here we are. This is 6th year? 6th year since you've been back?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 31. He just had a birthday too. 31.
Yeah, 2025.
Yeah, so.
Popping off.
Yep.
Big things all year.
Yeah, so that was some things we wanted to speak on. Hope those got something out of what we were speaking. We were just speaking from the gut. You know, what comes up comes out. You know, we haven't done one in a while and just kind of needed to talk. You know, it's a stress reliever as well as reading. I spoke on that this morning, how reading is good for cognitive functions. Keeps you focused. It's good for concentration, writing and stuff. So that's why I did that little. I try to read more, and so I won't be losing shit. Get better at remembering things. I get so mad at myself for that. I don't like it, not being able to control my body.
Right. Coffee helps with memory.
I drink a lot of coffee. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, in the morning I do that, not all day, but. All right, brothers and sisters, that was some perspectives and definitions we had on the shift. And a lot of us know what the shift means. We in the age of justice, time, lessons. And I'm telling you, I don't know if it's, we can say God, divine, Allah. It's something out there, and it's not playing right now, so. And it's giving us this is I don't know. This is different than discernment. We almost can see through people. It's man, wow.
You can see people's intentions.
Well, right, and things that's all was always been there. Just now we aware of it. You know, just stuff that people always had. We just couldn't see it in some people. You know, it's unfortunate we had to go through shit like that, but that's what the shit is all about. Cause when I be at work, I be scanning everybody. I'm like RoboCop. Is you like RoboCop now? You be scanning people. You know how they show the little computer? That's us. That's me and you. Lord Lamont. That's what we own now. Yeah, we don't want to be like that, and it's not about paranoia. You know, it's just cautious. You know, experiences, man. If you don't learn from experiences, especially you know something bad happened to you, you don't learn from it. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I call it the woulda, coulda, shoulda syndrome. I'm tired of that woulda, coulda, shoulda shit.
Me too, exactly. Right. I always say like when I'm with somebody and they say like, oh, you shoulda da or we shoulda, I always be like, man, it don't fucking matter what we should have done.
Yeah.
What matters is what we can do now.
Yeah. And that's for anybody listening, brother, sister, family. So that's our shift, you know. That's what it means to us. Discipline, see better things for ourselves, our family too. You know, I gotta work on that. I gotta hang out more. I do. I'm such a homebody. I'm so boring. I'm boring. I remember when I stayed with your uncle Marlon Farmer. Everybody, you know, cause our cousins would come over and like, man, you don't do nothing on your off days, do you? You go anywhere? I would never do nothing, you know. So I'm working on that. I'm working on it, you know. But I do think about people. I'm not that type that don't think about people. I think about family, children, all the time. Sometimes I had a TV off. I'd just be sitting here thinking. Real talk. I guess meditating, whatever you want to call it. So I just think about stuff, you know, call down protection like this banner here, on my banner here. That's what those 3 candles represent. And that's something I do all the time. And many people hear me on this, like when I'm speaking about myself, I always say calling down protection from that great divine for ourselves, from ourselves. I always say that. Yeah, so. All right, I'm going to stop talking. And we just want to speak on the shift. And I hope those on the right side of the shift, you know, because it's great benefits to just being a good-hearted person, you know. And then the deep spiritual will come. Right, Lord Lamont?
Right.
All right. Well, you want to tell them something positive before we get on up out of here? This probably been another long one. Yep. You want to tell them something positive and your plans for the future and a righteous impact you going to leave for the youth? Because you the youth. You the voice for the youth.
Keep it, you know, positive. Keep going. We got to be strong now more than ever.
Right. And try
let that experience guide you.
Yeah. You here for a reason, right?
Facts.
Both of us in Milwaukee. We never knew we was gonna be here in Milwaukee. I think it was meant for you to come here to Milwaukee. And I can't remember. Let's see. I don't want to sound stupid. You moved from
Nebraska.
Okay. Why I got a friend at work that's telling me about Nebraska. He said, "Man, Nebraska effed up." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, that's see what's the number 1 drug in Nebraska?"
Meth.
He said, "Man, that's meth city." I said, "Oh, no wonder Aaron didn't want to go back there." Cause I remember like, "Man, you probably should go back." He was like, "Hell no, I ain't going back there." So but he been telling me about it. He said, "Yeah, man, I used to live there." He said, "Man, it's fucked up right up there." My buddy Willie, a dude I'm training, he cool too. He really cool. I was like, "Wow, I didn't know that." I said, "That's why Lord Lamont didn't want to go back up there. He was trying to get away from that mess, right? Ain't that why you came here?"
Yeah.
So salute to Lord Lamont. You know, that's why I say we never know why things happen. I spoke on this morning. We never know why things happen. We don't know at that moment, but later on, I don't know. And that's what that shift is all about, that full circle. And I'm sure many of us out here feel this shift, feel divine things right now, you know. So my son and I sitting here now, this ain't no accident because I don't do coincidences. So, you know, I'm on divine time. Yep. All right. Well, was that it? That was it? That's all you had for the youth? Yeah. Tell them stay positive and that's it?
And I mean, you know, I think I'm going to start streaming I'm gonna start streaming like some video games or something.
Okay. Yeah, cause you
So
don't. I
look
mean,
for me on Twitch. When I
right.
get that set up, I'll let it be known.
That's another thing I tell my son. He don't always need me to do this. He can do his own thing. But I'm just, this I'm his representative, more or less. I'm the kind of the fire starter. But y'all see in the future, he can be doing it. He gonna have his own platform and everything. He just gonna take a little patience, maybe some money, some time. But it ain't all about having attention and having all these people. But just so he can express his passions, and get away from some of the chaos of the world. That's why I do it. So I just want him to get into his music and so he don't have a bunch of stuff on his mind, so he can concentrate, and do the things he loves, like we all do, like a lot of us content creators out here. Salute, to the real ones, male, female, brother, sister. All right, well, y'all heard that from Lord Lamont, and I'm talking a lot because I swear the more I do this, I start talking more. But we just wanted to speak on a little comedy, hip hop, and salute to the names we named in the comedy and the hip hop and YouTubers, content creators, underground brothers and sisters. May we all keep that ultimate peace, brothers, sisters, families, all the generals. From Lord Lamont and myself, we want nothing but the best for family, generals, brothers and sisters. Right, Lord Lamont?
Right.
All right. All right, we out, y'all, and we'll see you on the next Father and Son discussion. Salute.